started Aviators Africa?
So Aviators Africa came to be 10 years ago when we noticed that in the Nigerian aviation industry there were gaps. I started my career as a cabin crew flying for one of the best airlines in Nigeria back then, and I noticed that there was so much ignorance in the travel space by air travelers, and I thought there was no medium to better inform, create more awareness about aviation and air travel in Nigeria. And I started Aviators magazine at the time. So before 10 years, what we tend to see Aviators Africa is that we have a holistic media production company that is 360, not just print, so audio visual. So we are going to have different gamut of programming, from airports to rating to awards to conferences to interviews. So we're going to have gamuts like never seen before in Africa. And the whole essence is to expose African aviation to how much potential we can harness in the next few years, and what so much we have to show us as Africans.
I think we've come a long way. The world has become a global village, so ideas are transmitted fast. People learn new things faster. The delivery time is shorter, and it's left a remarkable improvement on the industry generally.
Yeah, so I think a lot has been said today, and the excellent work that Tony has been doing is marvelous, and Nigeria really needs people like this who really understand the market, understand what needs to be done to really move the industry forward. And I think really what's important is that groups like this are just empowered and gain influence and are able to go out there and really just implement what is being discussed.
Events such as this one are a very important step in pushing us forward into a better organization. And just as you saw, they said the same things that are the challenges of Nigeria, the same things that are the challenges of the Nigerian aviation sector. We need infrastructure, we need technocrats, we need organization, and we need efficiency. People cannot come into government, they cannot come into the aviation sector expecting to make a whole bunch of money off an airline. But what they need to do is put on their hats as a public servant and provide a service to the public.
We have a big role to play because of the numbers that we have. The number of people that travel annually is about 17, 18 million. Internationally, we have about 7 million passenger traffic. Domestic, we have about 10, 11 million.
Aviation, we believe in Nigeria, for example, contribution to GDP is about 2.1%. We hope to move in the next 5 to 10 years. We hope to move to about 10-20% that time. We should be hosting about 20 to 30 million passengers per annum.
I think that we contribute 3% to the world, and we're growing at a slight rate. But I think that the steps we take in the next few years would push the numbers, because Africa is going to be the most populated place on earth. So, and if we can improve the economies of the countries of the continent, then obviously we'll be big players in the aviation sector.
Where do you see Nigeria aviation in the next 10 years?
That is a difficult one, very difficult. Well, to me, being already the biggest market in Africa, it can only evolve in a positive way. Look at the different airlines that are starting up. Look at all the interest from foreign airlines coming to Nigeria. I think it can only go better.
Nigeria is strategically positioned to really play a critical role in aviation, and is doing that, but it may not be doing it the way we expect it to do it. Because if you look at it, Nigeria is a huge market. A lot of airlines come to Nigeria. Who are they carrying? They are carrying Nigerians. It shows that Nigerians love to travel. And Nigerian aviation can be bigger than what it is. If we put the right things in under, if we have the right policies, we would do better than what we're doing presently.
Well, I hope that the people in the forefront of the aviation industry will actually come together as one, as opposed to having all these different small outfits which after about 5 years they die off.
If you take a history of trajectory of the Nigerian aviation sector, you find out that most airlines have a cycle of 10 years. After 10 years, they go under. Why is that so? What is happening? What are we not getting right? Is it the terms or the negotiations we go to do when we get and when we lease our airlines? Is it our business development strategies? Is it our corporate governance strategies? Are we using the wrong aircraft for the wrong routes? Are we using the right aircraft for the wrong routes? What exactly are we doing wrong? So those are the kind of things. How is government helping developing the the sector with its policies.
The expectation is that people have had an opportunity to vent, to identify the problems, and to now go away and think about the solutions. I'm more of a solutions person than concentrate on the problems.